Hey, Shawna K, female fat loss over 40 expert. And today what I want to talk about is the cardio myth, because I have so many women that seem to think that they need to do more cardio. Even if I get them to do resistance training, lots of them think they need to add cardio, long, slow cardio to burn fat, and that's actually not the case. We want to have you do metabolic resistance training, and I'm going to talk a little bit about that, and I want to talk a little bit about aerobic training and anaerobic training. Now, aerobic training is that cardio, and that's when you're fueled by oxygen, and anaerobic training is when you're using an energy system that's not fueled with oxygen. And so if you want to know, am I doing aerobic or anaerobic training, then if you can do the talk test, so when you're exercising, if you can talk, you're more likely to be using the aerobic energy system. And now the thing is that people get caught up on the fact that with aerobic training, you burn fat, glycogen, and muscle as an energy source. And with anaerobic training, you're just burning glycogen. Now, glycogen is the preferred energy source when you're exercising, but people get all caught up on the fact that when you do aerobic training, that you burn fat. It is true that you use fat as an energy source when you're doing aerobic training, but the fact is you burn a higher percentage of overall energy when you're doing anaerobic training. So that's what really counts. The thing with anaerobic training or with aerobic training is that it takes a long time. So you have to invest a lot of time, and most people are time poor with just like steady state cardio. It takes a long time to kind of get into that fat burning. It takes 30 minutes or more. You have a risk of cortisol elevation, which is that stress belly fat storing hormone, because the body sees that long exercise as stress. You have a risk of lower body repetitive use injuries, because if you notice, jogging, most cardio machines are lower body based. And so the core and the upper body is kind of neglected, so you don't have really a balanced program. You have a risk of burning muscle as an energy source when you're doing that aerobic training, and so you have less shape enhancing results because of the unbalanced training and because of the potential to burn muscle as an energy source. You tend to get slower results and you plateau with that aerobic training. So now with anaerobic training or metabolic resistance training, you can cut those workouts down, so you have shorter workouts, which addresses the number one time concern. You have no risk of cortisol elevation, which is the belly fat storing hormone. You typically will increase lactic acid, and that's a precursor to growth hormone. And growth hormone helps with fat loss and with increasing lean muscle tone. And so that will increase of lean muscle tone will help to enhance your shape, so you'll get more muscle tone, and that puts the sexy in your genes, and you won't have that lower body repetitive use injury issue. You'll have a more balanced program, and you tend to get faster results with no plateauing. Shorter workouts are really it. So the other question, a lot of people, my clients say, well, I have to work my heart, my cardiovascular system. But the thing is if you think of a ladder, the bottom rungs of the ladder are the aerobic training system, and then anaerobic training is that burst high intensity interval training. So that's the top of the ladder. So you have to get through the bottom rungs. You have to train aerobically to get to that anaerobic threshold. And then when you come back down from that burst training and get, into that active rest, that's aerobic training again. So HIIT or high intensity interval training, the bottom rungs are it's like the bottom rungs of the ladder are aerobic training with the anaerobic bursts. So you are training the cardiovascular system when you are training the anaerobically. And so that's also a fallacy, that not a fallacy so much as maybe a misunderstanding, but you definitely hit that your heart, your cardiovascular system when you do that metabolic resistance training. So I just wanted to do a quick video to kind of explain that there's really no need to do that extra cardio when you're looking to burn fat and to increase the strength of your heart and your cardiovascular system. And if you're looking for something quick and effective, I've got just the thing. You're going to find a link somewhere down below or up above to find more information on great metabolic resistance training workouts.